it's been a little while since I filmed one of these types of videos, like a book video. They don't always go down really well on my channel, but reading is a hobby I kind of keep offline, but I do love watching like book recommendations and book hauls. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you do like it, and let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be a classics, like a classic book haul, because as I said, I'm a huge reader and I really got into it more like during COVID times, but I haven't read many like classics, which you might find surprising. But I always read like books that are really popular now, but I do want to get into more classics and like expand my reading genres. So yeah, let's show you what I got. And also I do have a confession. I didn't actually buy any of these books because I was around my boyfriend's house the other day and his mum was having a massive clear out. She said just take whatever book you like don't worry about returning them. So yeah, thank you very much to my boyfriend's lovely mum who let me borrow these books. Yeah, I'm just going to go through them now. There's a couple that aren't really like classics, they are very popular. The first one I have is Animal Farm by George Orwell. I've also wanted to read 1984 for like the longest time. I've never got around to buying it. Yeah, this book, first published in 1945, Animal Farm has become the classic political fable of the 20th century. Adding in his own brand of poignancy and wit, George Orwell tells the story of a revolution among animals of a farm and how idealism is betrayed by power, corruption and lies. I'm very intrigued by this book, not my normal thing at all, but I like how it's quite short, so I'll probably read this in like 2-3 days to be honest. And to be fair, the text isn't that small either. So yeah, I'm excited to read this and to see what it's all about. The next one is Lord of the Flies. Again, this has been on my to be read list for so long, but I'll read you the blurb because it's definitely one of the ones that interests me the most. A plane crashes on a desert island with the only survivors, a group of schoolboys, assemble on the beach and wait to be rescued. Day by day, they inhabit a land of bright, fantastic birds and dark blue seas, but at night, their dreams are haunted by the image of a terrifying beast. As the boys' delicate sense of order fades, so their childish dreams are transformed into something more primitive and their behaviour starts to take on a murderous, savage significance. How cool does that sound? Again, this was first published in 1954 and is one of the most celebrated and widely read modern classics. So yeah, I can't wait to read that. And again, it's not too big because I do get a big book fear. So the next one is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And the blurb goes, Emily Bronte wrote only one novel, but with it she earned herself a sure place in English literature. Wuthering Heights is a study in contrast in which nature and man are brought into passionate focus. The sturdy Yorkshire farmhouse of the Earnshaws, Wuthering Heights, is exposed to all the elements. Thurcross Grange, home of the well-born Lintons, is a fine sheltered mansion. Into this world of opposites become a waif alien to both extremes. Heathcliff, whose violent nature becomes more apparent as he grows to manhood and falls in love with the capricious Catherine Earnshaw. Tragedy is the result when Catherine rejects Heathcliff, her natural affinity to marry a very proper Edgar Linton. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to read. When was this first published? And it says this version was 1963. Which I'll put on the screen when this was first published. But yeah, I can't wait to read this either. The next one is, again, my boyfriend was like, how have you not read that book? You're such a big reader. This is To Kill a Mockingbird, and my boyfriend's mum apparently studied this at school. So it says, the unforgettable story of the violent, intolerant, eccentric, humorous and prejudiced Deep South seen through the eyes of children. With warmth and understanding, Harper Lee brilliantly recreates not only her characters, but a whole town and the way of life. Scout and Jem Finch lose their innocence when their lawyer father defends a Negro charged with the rape of a white girl. The lawyer is the town's conscience, but the conscience makes more than cowards. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. So when was this published? Oh my gosh. The writing on this is really small, so this might take me a little while to read, but I'm not sure if I've said before, but I do a lot of reading at work, so my work's quite quiet at the moment. So this was first published in 1960, so yeah, I'm excited to read this. So the next three are more like modern books, but again, you've probably heard of them. The first one is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. This book, actually, I have seen a bit of the film because when I did A-level English, we could basically choose out of like 4 books which we could write a essay on. I chose The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. So yeah, I really like The Catcher in the Rye, but this is one of the books we could read. So I know the bit of the story, but I've not read the whole thing. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to gain the approval of his father and resolves to win the local kite fighting tournament to prove that he has the makings of a man. His loyal friend Hassan promises to help him, for he always helps Amir, but this is 1970s Afghanistan and Hassan is merely a low-caste servant who is jeered at in the street, and although Amir feels jealous of his natural courage and the place he holds in his father's heart, but neither of the boys could foresee what would happen to Hassan on the afternoon of the tournament, which was to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee America, Amir realises that one day he must return to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him, redemption. So yeah, this is quite a sad story, I do know that, and I do know what happens in that scene. But yeah, I have heard really good things about this story. And again, by the same author, Khalid Hosseini, is 1,000 Splendid Sons. Mariam is only 15 when she's sent to Kabul to marry Rashid. Nearly 2 decades later, a friendship grows between Mariam and a local teenager, Layla, as strong as the tie between mother and daughter. When the Taliban take over, life becomes a desperate struggle against starvation, brutality and fear. Yet love can move people to act in unexpected ways and lead them to overcome the most daunting obstacles with startling heroism. This just sounds like a really interesting story, and it's sort of about different cultures I've not read about before. That's why I was drawn to these two. And the last one I picked off the bookshelf was Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout, and it says winner of the why can I not talk today? Winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, which I know is quite a big award, so it's got to be good, I reckon. Olive Kitteridge, unmissable, passionate and often unpredictable, a retired school teacher in a small coastal town in Maine. As she grows older, she struggles to make sense of the changes in her life. She is a woman who sees into the hearts of those around her, their triumphs and tragedies. A penetrating, vibrant exploration of the human soul, the story of Olive Kitteridge will make you laugh, nod in recognition, wince in pain and shed a tear or two. So it sounds like a bit of an emotional rollercoaster book, but I do like those sort of stories, so yeah, excited to read those. Once again, thank you to my boyfriend's mum, she's probably not watching this. I'm currently reading The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Is that who wrote that? I'm really enjoying that so far. It's about Greek mythology, but it's really easy to read. So yeah, after that I will definitely get onto some of these. And yeah, if you want more book videos, please let me know. If you've read any of these books, please let me know as well. Oh, I've just realised To Kill a Mockingbird also won that Pulitzer Prize, so it must be quite a big deal if these books have won those. But anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe if you do. So let me know if you've read any of these books, just don't give me any spoilers. Let me know your book recommendations, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.